Ladies and gentlemen, it's very nice to see you today. My name is Nguyen Van Hop. I graduated from ISC program in 1996 for master degrees and April 2000 for doctoral degrees. Currently, I work for International University of Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Today, I would like to present to you a topic of supply chain resilience in a post-COVID pandemic era, a case study of Chi Minh City. My presentation includes 4 parts. The first part, I introduce to you the situation of COVID pandemic in Vietnam and Ho Chi Minh City. Then I focus on retailing supply chains in Ho Chi Minh City during COVID pandemic. Then I propose some solution for resilience of retailing supply chain in Ho Chi Minh City. Finally, some conclusion and recommendation are summarized by the end. First of all, as you know that COVID pandemics have been happened worldwide about 2 years. It's give very negative impact, not only for Vietnam, but also for every country in the world. In Ho Chi Minh City, it's not special case. We have been suffer very seriously. In overall, COVID pandemics officially announced by WHO in January 30 in 2020. So far in the world, we have around 100 million people have been infected, and there are more than 5 million people have been dead. In Vietnam, in the first years, we control quite well. We have only less than 3,000 people have been infected and 35 fatalities in the first 3 waves of COVID-19. But for the last wave of COVID pandemic, dominated by Delta variant, it started in 27 of April 2021. It's seriously affected our countries and Ho Chi Minh City also. The total number of infected people so far is more than 1 million, and we have more than 20,000 people have been dead so far. To have a general picture of how serious it is in Ho Chi Minh City, I would like to introduce to you short video clips here. Let's see.
Ho Chi Minh City will take drastic action to suppress COVID-19 spike. From Monday, people will be ordered not to leave their homes. The military will be deployed to deliver food and essential services instead. CNA's Chung Ngok has more.
This was a parking lot, now a field hospital. Here, about 40 patients are fighting for their lives. This is a part of field hospital number 10 in Ho Chi Minh City. With thousands of new COVID-19 patients a day, there's not enough beds and medical care in the city. Vietnam's biggest COVID-19 outbreak has overwhelmed the city's health system. But these patients are among the fortunate ones. Many others are unable to access the medical support they need. Across the city, the epicenter of Vietnam's COVID-19 outbreaks, help has arrived too late for many. As the death toll rises, cremation homes in this city are overwhelmed with surging demand.
Okay, in detail, look on this picture. The last pandemic wave start by the end of May. It goes to the top at the 3rd of September this year. At that day, we have 15,000 infected people. And so far, it's going down gradually by the end of October. And it starts going up again. And we don't know what's going on and when it will be stopped. But anyway, for the death toll, this graph show the picture That's the peak day is around August. We have 450 people have been dead, and currently the death toll go down and it's around 60 to 70 people per day. Hopefully it's going go down further soon. For the retailing supply chain in Ho Chi Minh City in COVID pandemic is affected a lot. We face a lot of problems, but before that, let's see the situation before the pandemic to see how big the retailing supply chain of Ho Chi Minh City will be. In general, Ho Chi Minh City have 9 million people, and the demand for the foods per day is around 7,000 metric ton foods per day, account around 70% of fresh product demand. We have 110 traditional market, around 28,000 shop, and we have around 25,000 convenience store and 100 06 supermarket outlet. For traffic flows, we have to take around 12,000 trips per day. For the e-commerce channels, every day we have around 500,000 orders per day. This is supplied by 3 main players, that is Lazada, Shopee, and Tiki. Besides that, e-commerce delivery service is supplied by many players, including the famous name of Grab, Baemin, and the others like GSN, Lalamu, Ahamu, and so on. To the people, in the opposite way, and most of people account around 70% use traditional buying method. It means that manual ordering, COD, cash on deliveries. Therefore, when the pandemic happens, it creates a lot of problem for us. Basically, for the retailing supply chain, when the pandemic happens, it creates a lot of disruptions and a lot of issues. 3 main problems are supply disruptions, logistic and transportation disruption, and labor shortage. In details, the supply disruption mainly come from 2 sources. The first one, that's traditional, all of central traditional market have been shut down at the beginning of July. But the demand is account for 70%. Therefore, it creates a lot of pressure for supermarket and e-commerce channels, especially for e-commerce. In the past, all of e-commerce platforms serve for consumable product only. They don't serve for food. Therefore, when pandemic happens, they have to convert their operation process to serve for the food. It's very difficult for them. Secondly, the supply shortage happened because the factory shut down. The manufacturer or supplier require the people to stay 24/7. This creates a lot of problems. It increases a lot of costs for the companies, and the company don't have enough the human resource to run the production line. Therefore, the supply capacity have been reduced significantly. Second problems are logistic and transportation disruptions because of the road travels require many traffic permits. The driver have to take the COVID test and health check, and individual from outside Ho Chi Minh City were not permitted to enter the city. Inside the city, the shippers are not travel intra-district. It means that they can serve for their own district only. Therefore, many orders has been canceled, no delivery, or it's late deliveries. If some supermarkets or some distribution companies have the center outside Ho Chi Minh City, they can supply the product into the city. Operator cannot go to work. They stay. Employee cannot handle all of the job. It's overload. The warehouse network also have a problem that they cannot dispatch any product to the nearby province. Therefore, they have to set up the alternative warehouse inside the city. Therefore, it's expensive and the volume is small. And therefore, the volume go down significantly, 70% compared to the previous levels. The next problem is labor shortage. The worker forced to remain to their home. Therefore, the labor shortage only around 30% can stay in the factory or in the distribution center to work. At the same time, e-commerce order increased 600%. That leads to overload or delivery, late delivery, and so on. And sometimes with the stay employees, the operation have been stopped because if some infected people have been found, we call that F0, the whole system have been shut down. And even now, when the shutdown or lockdown have been released, many people are reluctant to return to work after harsh summer lockdown. To solve that problem, we propose some resilient solution for retailing supply chain in Ho Chi Minh City. Basically, the general directions, we try to move the traditional supply chain by in the traditional supply chain direct contacts. It means that the customer go to buy the product directly at the point of sale, like traditional markets, shop, convenience store, and so on. Now we try to restructure the retailing supply chain by distant ordering in different channels like e-commerce or ordering by telephone and phone center and so on. Therefore, the customers just stay at home and receive the product by delivery service. To do so, we based on 4 pillars of the retailing supply chains. It includes the physical system, focus on DC and fulfillment centers for the point of sales, shop, and so on. And for the software system, we focus on ordering system and delivery and receiving system. Therefore, we have 3 main groups of solution. The first group of solution, we focus on improving physical system by restructure retailing supply chain. For software system, we focus on efficient coordination retailing supply chain. For workforce, we focus on sustainable human resource developments. For restructure supply chain, we focus on 3 main directions. That is supply chain redesign, focus on supply collection, build and convert traditional central market to the cross-dock center, share resource integration. We focus on process by standardized packaging, grouping product. Focus on planning. We focus on location allocation planning and try to move everything to be online mode or offer mobility market. For the supply chain redesign, we focus on supply collection. It means that we move the hub near to the production side to convert the reverse structure point-to-point structure to the hub and spoke structure, to reduce the number of links between the suppliers and the customer. Then we encourage to sharing resource and encourage the integration between the traditional system with the online system. For the process, we encourage for the grouping product like combo product or standardized packaging. For location allocation, we propose some mobile markets, share group and take home buying, supply and demand assignment for service area, combined delivery, online buying. For software coordination, we focus on improving ordering system to develop share portal, integrate personal application and ordering method to move everything to online. For deliveries and transportation, we focus on manage the shipper and driver optimize routing, delivery status, monitoring and supply system. For products and receiving, we focus on standardized products and standard receiving process, and take-home buying, limit number of people at point of sales. And here are some details for share portal. We integrate different ordering channels and e-commerce player together. We improve the order processing, order status monitoring, and other functions like automatic order allocation, customer clusterings. Integrate application we provide for the, everyone health status, vaccinations, traveling. Different allow the people to order in different methods distantly, like the call center, online order. The most important thing is train the people to use the online system. For transportation, we design manage the drivers and the shipper, and manage the delivery status and supply system. We also optimize the routing process. Optimize route. Okay. For product, we standardize products and focus on product management systems. We limit encourage the people to buy to take home standard practice for everything. For transportation, supply, receiving procedure. This is examples of a system, software system that help the people to monitor the status of their orders. And finally, for the human resource development, we propose to set up the mobile clinic for the areas. We ask them to have the practice tests for different scenario of pandemic, and create e-commerce player to offer standard medicine packet for COVID treatment. Centralized transportation for the companies to collect the staff to go to work together. By manage the people by green card systems, okay, to control health status and traveling monitoring, support the company to build apartment for employees. In conclusions, the pandemic, COVID pandemic is both challenge and opportunities. Challenge because they create a lot of problems for us, but opportunities, is a chance for us to improve ourselves to be better, especially for retailing supply chain. We need to change both in structure and operation to the e-supply chain systems. The people also need to adapt new normal. The government should have master plan and policy for sustainable supply chain resilience. Thank you for attention.